We begin tonight. Governor Marty Kemp and Georgia's First Lady are under quarantine after the governor says he was exposed to someone who tested positive for COVID-19. The governor tweeting this afternoon both he and his wife have tested negative. He says he is not experiencing any symptoms, but still plans to follow quarantine guidelines.
His office says the exposure happened in the last 48 hours. They have not said who he was exposed to. But this afternoon, Georgia Representative Drew Ferguson announced he had tested positive for COVID-19 after experiencing mild symptoms. We know the two were at the same Republican campaign event on Tuesday in Meriwether County, where our camera captured them shaking hands and hugging while exchanging places at a podium. Kemp was wearing a mask, but later neither had on a mask as they stood next to one another away from the podium speaking with reporters. This comes as Governor Kemp once again extended the state's public health emergency today through December 9th and renewed his COVID-19 safety order, including limiting crowd size. This is the same order that's been in effect for the last several months. You can find a full breakdown on 11alive.com.